young people who were part of 25 other young people across Liberia who participated in the Liberia Emerging Political Leaders Training and served as mentees in the first cohort of the Terry Hall Memorial Mentorship Program facilitated by AREX under the Election and Democracy Activity Project. They will introduce themselves, but I will first start with uh, Jenny P, who is from AREX. She's the program assistant. Jenny, good morning.
Good morning, Fabi. Good morning to the listening audience.
Great. Let's begin with you by telling us about the whole idea about this project and its significance. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Fabi. The elections and democracy activity.
You want to get closer to the mic? Yeah. Let me help you out.
Okay, thank you. The elections and democracy activity is a project that is being implemented by Democracy International and co-implemented by AREX. AREX is the International Research and Exchanges Board. This project seeks to work with civil society organizations, the National Elections Commission, and the government of Liberia to cultivate accountable elected representatives who will govern in the interests of their constituents by building a diverse and an inclusive cadre of representative leaders and active citizens who will demand accountability.
Okay.
So to achieve this goal, Democracy International implement this activity through three interrelated objectives. One of the objectives is to increase the leadership of marginalized groups in the political processes, improve civic knowledge and sense of civic duty, and advance self-reliance of NEC and CSOs to independently manage and observe all stages of the electoral cycle.
Mm.
So under objective one, where we have the increased leadership of marginalized group, RS work with NEMOT, Partners for Democracy, to apply a step-down training in the 15 counties, the Liberia Emerging Political Leadership Training that you talked about earlier. Now, during this training, young people across the 15 counties are trained on 5 modules. One of them is the Constitution of Liberia, Transformative Leadership, the Political History of Liberia, Civic Responsibility, and the Electoral Process. So after the program, there is this expression of interest that is given out to the participants. So they take their time, they read through it, and then they express their interest to be part of the Terry Hall Memorial Mentorship Program.
And the program is under whose supervision?
The program is under RX's supervision.
Okay.
So the Terry Hall Memorial Mentorship Program is a name that we named this program in honor of our fallen colleague, Mr. Terry Hall, who passed on early last year.
Okay.
So it's an offshoot of the LEPLT with the goal of transforming Liberia's political landscape. And we do that by increasing youth engagement and participation in the political process across the 15 counties. So doing this, Terry Hall, they are selected young people from the LEPLT, and then they are paired with professionals and aspiring leaders from diverse backgrounds. And these professionals are also graduates of all our flagship programs, like the YALI, the Mandela Washington Fellowship, the Community Solution Programs, and we also take some of the mentors from civil society organizations. So these mentors provide guidance over a 6-month period to young people, help them develop professionally and to equip them to take on civic responsibilities in their communities. So the 5 young people you see sitting here, they are the 5 selected best mentees from the 25, from the 25 from the program who were brought in town to share their experience or some of the work they are doing in their various counties.
So a cohort lasts for 6 months.
Yes.
And is this continuous process or it's just for the duration of the elections?
So it's a continuous process.
when I saw the application of the Liberia Emerging Political Leaders Step Down Training, and then I applied for the training. I was selected. After the training, there was this announcement that if you are interested in the mentorship, you can apply. So due to the gap I saw and the knowledge I received with regard to the limited participation of persons with disability and also women, it prompted me to develop an action plan and submit it for the Terra Hall Memorial Mentorship Program. That was how I was selected.
Okay, great. Let's know from you. Share your story.
My name is Mami Nawe Mo. I'm from Bon County, and I'm a trainee of the Liberia Emerging Political Leaders Step Down Trainee, and I'm a mentee of the Terry Hall Memorial Mentorship Program. I'm a student of the Bon County Technical College, and I'm a civic educator in Central Liberia.
Okay, so how did you get in contact with the program?
When I saw the application on Facebook, I decided to apply for it, and I was selected as one of the participants, and I went for it. In that program, I was able to read and understand about the Terry Hall Memorial Mentorship Program, and that's how I went for it.
Okay, great. I will all ask you about your impression and how the program has made sense to you, but let me come to you. Yeah.
All right, my name is Sia S. Fire from Margibi County, a graduate of the Liberia Renaissance Education Complex, LREC, and I'm the outgoing mentee of the Terry Hall Memorial Mentorship Program. I'm the second child of my parents, and I'm the first and the only one who have gained this international knowledge. I'm so proud of myself.
Great. And you? Yeah, you can share that.
Yes, good morning, and good morning to our many listeners out there. My name is Samuel C. Boti from Meriden County. I am an algorithmity of the Terry Hall Memorial Mentorship Training Program, a junior student of the William V. Stuttman University from the College of Health Sciences, Department of Public Health, and I'm majoring in epidemiology.
Great. How did you get in contact with the program?
Well, why in Meriden County specifically happened? I saw this advertisement of the training on one of these billboards, so I thought of taking advantage. And when I read through all of the guidelines, and I saw it. I actually deemed it necessary that I could actually take advantage of the program. So that's how I applied. And after the application process, later I was called and congratulated that I was selected for the program.
Great. And you?
Okay. I'm Joshua Sewell from Bome County. Well, I'm an alumni of the Terry Hall Memorial Mentorship Program, a graduate of the Liberia Emerging Political Leaders Training, currently a senior student at the Bome Community College, reading criminal justice. I'm a promising Liberian leader and an emerging lawyer.
Great. Now, I will come back to you. So since the program, you've been part of it, how has it helped you as a young leader? What are some of the values that have been attached to you?
Well, one of the things is that the Liberia, let's say the Terry Hall Memorial Mentorship Program has given me a lot of opportunity to interact with my colleagues out there, especially when it comes to engaging them on civic activities. It helped me to be able to connect with a lot of persons with disability in Lofa County.
Okay.
And it also helped me to connect with more women organizations and also gain an international recognition of my impact, which led to my being selected to participate in the Young African Leaders Initiative in Accra, Ghana for 3 weeks. So it gave me a lot of opportunity to be able to learn, interact with professionals like my mentors who spend all of the time to nurture me and connect me with a lot of international opportunity across Liberia.
Now, when you saw the application, did you see it as as an opportunity to, display an opportunity, but you don't know to what extent you can make the most of it. Did you see that within this program?
Yes. The first thing is that when I saw the Liberia political leader step down training, one of the key things was that I have
County, the same question. I mean, when you saw the training, what motivated you to apply in the first place?
The first place, the program is designed to educate young people in their career. And looking at it, I found my career into it, that's being a leader. And I decided to go for it. And going for it was not a waste. It was a great decision that I made, that which I learned so many things. I learned about my constitutional rights.
Okay.
I also learned about so many things that which I was able to put into practice in my community by carrying on some initiative. So it served as a great opportunity in order to achieve my goal.
Okay, great. And you?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I mean, how has the program helped you and mold you into who you are today?
Well, when I first saw the program, I saw myself into it because when I was coming out, I wanted to be a female advocate. So when I saw it, I grabbed that opportunity, started to make use of it. And now, as I speak, I'm very much improved now in my advocacy work.
Okay. So what are some of the advocacy activities you're involved with currently as we speak?
I serve as a volunteer facilitator at the Girls for Change organization.
Okay, great. Okay, let me come to you again. You say your name?
Yes, I'm Samuel C. Boti from Maryland County.
Okay, tell us what are activities you're involved with in Maryland?
Yeah, over the period of time during the military section, I've been involved with a series of activities, specifically in the area of impacting young people. We were able to, because I have an organization I run that is called the Youth Connect for Leadership and Development, where we have a lot of innovative young people who on board, and we were able to conduct a symposium in Harper City, Maryland County, where we had 6 participating high schools on that program, where we provided them basic knowledge on understanding more about their civic duties and responsibilities as it relates to youth participations into elections activities. We were also able to educate them on student advocacies where they can be able to engage school administration on the interests of students in their various schools. We were also able to educate young people, specifically the first-time voters, about their role play in these electoral processes, how to engage politicians and make stakeholders within the process.
Great. Let me talk to you from Bombing County. Senior student, criminal justice, Bombing Community College. So tell us, what are some of the values the program has attached to you, and what are some of the activities you're involved with as a leader in Bombing County?
First of all, when I participated in the program, I created an action plan. It has always been my dream to get involved into advocacy, get involved into providing civic education to young people. So the training was one of the things that provided me the opportunity. After completing, I developed an action plan to, the election was coming, so there was a need to provide civic education to young people. So I established a local youth group called Educate Voters Liberia. We were operating in parts of Bombing County. specifically reaching out to schools, talking to young people, trying to provide an education about their civic responsibility, telling them what they need to know before getting involved in the electoral process. And more to that, I was one of the first young men, in fact, the only person to introduce the National Youth Manifesto in Bombing to the young people. I wrote the National Youth Manifesto, their coordinator permitted me, and that manifesto contained the key issue of the young people. So I was reaching out to them, telling them these are the key issues of the young people in terms of education, healthcare, social justice, the rule of law, youth empowerment. So these are the things you should present to your politician when they come around and ask you for your vote. So basically, the young people were able to understand that issue and engage politicians as a result of my involvement. More to that, I was involved with campus-based advocacy. If you follow the saga at the Bomi Community College with administration, you understand that I was one of the
with the student who was suspended.
Okay, I was one of
So
the.
you are in the vanguard.
Definitely, we were those that raised our voices there, and today most of what we call for have been, let's say, a success. So it has been a whole time, an intensive mentorship during the 6 months there, both with advocacy, getting involved into political activities, and providing civic education to young people.
Okay, let me ask this question across. Any of you can answer. What's the essence of being involved with civic education? Why should I get involved with civic education? Why civic education? What's the importance of that?
Yes, I mean,
Yeah.
come there.
Yeah.
It's very important to our Liberia democracy in the sense that civic education educate the mind, the young people in the country or the citizen of the country. That is, when it comes to all of the electoral processes, we carry on civic education, telling the citizen about their civic responsibility. There are people who are living in the country, they don't know their civic duty. So by going in the community, in the various villages, informing the people about their civic responsibility is a kind of opportunity for them, and it boosts the Liberian, the Liberian democracy. Yes, so
Okay.
that's the important.
Anybody can add to that?
Yeah.
Why civic education? Why is it important?
Well, taking into consideration civic education is important. The issue there is that young people need to get involved, but before they get involved, they need to know. They need to have idea about what they need to do before getting involved. And now you have young people constituting about 65% of the population getting involved into political activities and not knowing what they need to do. And civic education is not only about flexible photo education or something like that. It tells people that you have a right to stand up for a cause, like getting involved into advocacy, like volunteerism. These are things, if all the young people can start up to stand up for a cause and start to get involved into these activities, we think Liberia will be a better place. So we cannot, like say, do away with civic education. We want to promote a better Liberia.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So one of the key thing I understand that it is very important is that taking a civic responsibility requires that you know what you are doing. So the young people need a shift in mindset to be able to exercise their political right. So in so doing, civic education is very much important to be able to inspire them, educate them to be able to engage. That's the reason why we look at the Terry Hall Memorial Mentorship Program as one of the key relevant instruments to be able to transform young people.
Okay. Great. If you just joined us, you're listening to the Super Morning Show on ELBC Radio. 5 of some 25 brilliant young people who are mentees from the Terry Hall Memorial Mentorship Program. They are on the program this morning. Now, I was asking about civic education. Was it a coincidence for your training to come at a time we have an elections where the need for civic education cannot be overemphasized?
Yes, if I may respond to that.
Yeah.
I think it was not a coincidence. firstly, it was a great opportunity, and it arrived at the appropriate time. Because considering the fact of our democracy right now, where our country is going to elections, there's a need that there's more civic education that needed to have been done, where we can educate our population, educate our young people about their civic duties and responsibilities, how they can go on engaging these politicians who are contesting in the elections, how they can engage them, what are those things that they think that they need from politicians, because all the period of time, our young people have been marginalized by politicians. Something I always tell my colleague, I say young people always subject themselves to politicians, see themselves as a political access to politicians. So in order to change the narrative, I think the civic education was very impactful, because we were able to meet with our colleague, provide them this basic information, educate them on how to get involved into political processes. So it came at the right time, and it was really impactful.
So during all of you mentorship program, what was it so interested? You were interested in, because civic education is a broad topic. Were there specific issues? Maybe let's say community mobilization, town hall engagement and all that. What are specific issues that you were interested in during the program?
Yes. So, like I said earlier, during the application process, you have to submit an action plan. So, in my action plan, one of the key areas I identified was the issue of engaging person with disability to be able to understand their civil responsibility. So, one of my key areas was to host a dialogue, or host a meeting, and also conduct a program that called Citizen Voices, Lawmaker Actions. I initiated a look at the issue of identifying issues that are affecting young people, and then producing that into a bill to present to our local authorities and also lawmakers in the county.
Why were you interested in that one?
Yeah, the issue is that young people have a problem. They have a problem, and how those problems are being communicated is in the wrong way, because most politicians don't really know those issues. So the young people themselves come up with the problem that affect them, and then present it to the lawmaker that this is what we want. Now, what you think? This is what is affecting us. So that was one of the key things. When young people present those things to their lawmaker, it means that they will be interested to participate, and then to elect those people that will be able to implement those action plans that they will put together.
Okay. Were there any specific, interests while during your mentorship program?
Yes. During my mentorship program and during the training of the emerging political leadership training, I wrote an action plan that I was working with in collaboration with my mentor. They pair of us with them so that they can guide us through our action plan and what we want to achieve at the end of the program. So in that period, I was able to serve as a guest on Democracy by Radio at Radio Banga. That's where I was able to educate the public about the civic responsibility, and also I was able to share my experience from the Terry Hall Memorial Mentorship Program, and listeners who call were impressed about the experience that I share with them. I was also able to go in the community, collaborate with my friends that were part of the emerging political leadership training, and we went from schools to school, community to community, and engaged the people about their civic responsibility. I also serve as a facilitator for a program called the International Day of Agecha, where I serve as facilitator and I presented on the topic gender-based violence. And yeah, in my experience, in my knowledge that I acquired through the 6-month period, I was able to organize my friends, and we carry on reading enrichment program in my community. We deal with kids in elementary. There where we were able to identify kids' potential. There are children that their parents are sending them to school, but they don't know their potential. Some may be a lawyer, want to be a lawyer, but then that the parent is a nurse, they will want for the child to be a nurse as well. So in that program, we're able to identify the kids' potential and work in line with the parents, and that which it was a good one for our kids in the county.
Okay.
Yeah.
It helped. Was it valuable to them?
Yes, it was valuable, and there are some kids that were sparked up based on their smartness. Some of them were given books and those school materials.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. You as well.
Yes, I've been doing a lot of work in my communities, in my county, especially on the various campuses, and educated more people, especially the students, because anytime they are in their chapel time, that's how their principal always sent for me, because I always go there fluently to talk with them. And I have my group. We are planning to host a program that I will call a lot of attention, and I also did lot of things in my county.
Okay. Great. Now let me ask this question. Talking about civic education, and the impact it has on our democracy. Can any of you shed light on the impact of civic education on Liberia's democracy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things is that democracy is about people participating. So these activities have made a lot of young people and people who were viewed as not important in politics, and they are now taking active role and they are consciously engaging their leaders. So it's making more leaders now to become basic to be able to implement those agenda that they put in place, because the people know they got the information, so they will question you. So you have make a lot of politicians now become more skeptical and more careful when it comes to coming out there to be able to engage the citizen. Yeah. Those days, if you look at a lot of
nothing is in Haiti anymore.
yeah. So the information have become everywhere.
Okay.
You see young people sitting discussing politics, looking at impact of a leader. If you can now look at our political system, you will see that somebody is now no longer voting based on party issues. People are now voting based on platforms, the individual behind this political party. So that's why you see a lot of people, you will see them voting another person from this party and going to another thing. So the civic engagement is actually improving our democracy.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It had also added values to Liberia democracy, because at times most people never had the ideas of this. But through this mentorship, we were able to reach out there to people, educating them. So before, they used to go in a various towns, communities, collect the people voters identification card in the name of giving you money or rice. But right now as I speak, in my county, for you to just go there and just get the people card, their voting card, it is very hard. Maybe others are doing it, but while I was there trying to provide some education on that, because if you do that, you are selling your birthright. If you give your voters identification card to somebody for rice or for a little of mush or little of nothing, meaning you are selling a birthright. Because if the person get into power today or tomorrow, they will not be able to listen to you, because if you just try to go to them, they will tell you that I bought my vote from you.
Okay.
Yes, so that also add values to Liberia democracy.
Great. Marilyn, want to add?
Yeah, I think they have said a lot, but let me just inject 1 or 2 points. For the fact that civic engagement, I think it have also helped to amplify the voices of young people in Liberia, specifically considering our democracy. You know that the young people constitute 65%, approximately 65% of our total populations. So if you have more young people getting involved into politics, not just politics, but rather they can be able to make a rational decision that would be able to seek or prioritize the interests of the young people across our country. So yes, it has been impactful, and we believe that with our engagement out there with our colleagues, because at times in the past you have most young people used to vote politician based on, like some of our colleagues have money or whatsoever influence. But now election is issue based. So we speak to our colleagues. There's an issue based election. You meet candidate, you discuss the issue, avoid violence into the process, avoid electoral violence and other things. You can be somebody, if the person is supporting another candidate and you are not in the interest of that particular candidate, you can meet and discuss. Influence me why you think I should support your candidate and what you want me to support the candidate. If it is in the best interest of the masses, then of course I think I can take a side with you. But people just used to vote sometimes on party sentiment and all these kind of things. So I think our civic engagement have changed the dynamic, the dialectics, and it making a significant impact.
Great.
Yes, let me add up.
Yeah, go ahead.
And one of the advice that I gave people out there was to not allow for a politician to tell you to go out there to do something bad, something that they cannot allow their children to go and do. So if you do it, if something bad happens to you out there, your parents will be the loser. So what they cannot tell their children to do, they shouldn't tell you, then you should be in rush because they have the money to pay you. So don't be carried away by politicians, bad advices.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, the issue of
I love that deep breath.
yeah, you know, democracy has beauty, and our people must enjoy the beauty of democracy.
Yeah.
But they cannot enjoy the beauty of democracy if they don't have ideas. So we get involved now. We got involved and made them to understand that these are things you have to be civil. If you look at our values, one of the things is that it helps to maintain the peace in Liberia. Because you engage young people, you tell them, hey, these are ways you present your issue to national government and local authorities. So young people now have a new way of doing things. Instead of going down to get involved into violence, they take the approach and also increase participation. Young people start to participate because the mindset. There are dozens of young people we met along the way. Say, hey, I don't have nothing to do with election. So you have to change that mindset. Tell them you have a role to play. Get involved. So these are all ways that it promotes, it creates an environment where everybody is participating. The voice of the people is being heard. And now leaders start to understand that, yes, these are the key issue of the young people. We must meet them. So it has helped to promote Liberia's democracy, and it's transforming a lot of things.
Yeah, I was coming to asking how it also helped to minimize electoral violence.
Okay.
It said that you civic, people are not doing enough to prevent electoral violence, or more needs to be done. I mean, what else you need to do to prevent for civic engagement or education to minimize electoral violence?
Yes.
Is it a challenge?
Yeah, definitely. I like the way you put it. It's a challenge that it requires vigorous approach. Yeah, we have been working. Like for me, I stationed in Vonjoma and the surrounding town around there. So one of the key things is that we first have to engage those weapons that the people are using to cause damage, transform them to become an instrument of development. By doing so, that is, the young people are being viewed as instrument to cause violence in the community during electoral time. So what we do is one of my approach was to engage a lot of young people, tell them that yes, it is true you can vote, but you cannot go against another person, and that is one of the key things. So right now, I can tell you that people are no longer voting, getting into violence because of tribal issue, because these are one of the things that affecting our community. Most often you see that people look at, you are from this tribe, you are from that. But I think we need to do more. We need to do more because now it's changing the dynamic. Instead of going tribal, it's going more like influence, personal influence, like politicians who influence those people that they are so loving to that person and they are loyal to them that they can do anything. So we need to start changing the approach.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, in a classroom, if you are teaching the students, not everyone will learn at the same time. Right? There are some students will learn ahead of the others. So it's the same as the activities we are involved with, the civic education. We have been into the community. There are people who are understood the issue of their civic responsibility. So they are graduating gradually from violence and getting into peace. There are people stay in our society that haven't understood anything about peace or maintaining the peace in the country. So you notice that those people need more awareness, and we need to do more for them, because we were there telling them, if someone or if a politician feel offended and they want to react, let them pass through the proper channel by going to the court, by taking the procedure, by going by net guidelines for election. No one should tell you, go in the street and violate for me, go in the street and protest for me. No one knows a protest can end into violence at times. Many protests in Liberia, we notice that it end into violence. So going, you don't know you will be the one that will be targeted. You don't know what will be the next step. So don't go in the street to protest because your candidate was being cheated or your right was being, yeah. So if you feel that something is not good with you, take the rightful procedure, that will maintain the peace of our country.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So before we take calls, let me ask this final question. Being one of the well-performing mentees selected from the mentorship program to showcase, what does it mean to you and your county and young people within your community and the county as well?
Yeah, I can say it's the added values and also a responsibility. So where it have make me to become relevant in my community.
Okay.
So, and once you become a relevant person in your community, a lot of people look up to you. So that's where the responsibility comes in. So now my community can be able to depends on me to be able to take on activities to engage my colleagues. Like right now, I serving as the president and founder of Africa Peace Network. It means that I need to work harder to be able to promote the peace in this electoral period in our country, and also it will serve as a inspiration to a lot of person with disability that no matter who you are, dream and you can be able to serve your community. It's not about you be sitting and then people be offering you like giving you a bag of rice. You can be able to make that change. You can be able to get whatever you want, and the world can remember you for the contribution that you make.
Okay. The same question?
Oh yes. So it really make me proud.
Okay.
Being a female who, from the past, people thought that we belong in the kitchen, and this time around, we changed that narrative. We changed that perception that we no longer belong in the kitchen. I see myself at this level of this mentorship program. It just tells me that I'm a strong female who all can see in my community to follow my footsteps. I've become a role model for the young people in my community, and it's a kind of a leadership that we want in the community. Being there, I also been recommending people to go for a program that they will gain knowledge in order to bring proud to their community and also in the nation. So I serve as a person that somebody can see and do something better and follow my footsteps to bring proud to their community.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, it added values to my career, also to my life. For those that have been looking down on me, for now, I think they will now add value to me now. because as a young female, reaching at this far, it is a plot for me. I'm very much glad, and it will help me to improve my career as an advocate.
Okay, great.
Yes, for me, I see this as a great achievement. Uh, and this came in as a result of my hard work, dedication, and passion to serve humanity. So I believe this will serve as a role model. My achievement will serve as a role model for young people out there, specifically in Meriden County. And it will interest you to note that what the last step down campaign of the Liberia Emerging Political Leaders Training, one of Meriden's young men, he was qualified for the Terry Hall Memorial Mentorship Training Program. So I believe with this, he will be motivated, and people who in every part of Meriden County will also be motivated, encouraged to take on these challenges to be able to improve themselves. Because we as young people, you cannot sit in the confine of your home and you think opportunity will walk to you. You got to step out there, take advantage of every opportunity you see, so that you can be able to empower yourself, you can be able to enrich yourself in knowledge. So I believe this wouldn't have happened without the coordination and help of my mentor, in person of Mr. Tunis Woodenboy from Grand Bassa County, who was so inspirational and exceptional in his mentoring supervision during the course of my mentorship training. So I'm grateful to God for this opportunity, and I believe this served as a stepping stone for me to achieve bigger things in the nearest future.
Okay.
Oh, okay. The Terry Hall is a very, let's say, intensive mentorship, and to emerge among a lot of young people to reach this far, I think is a huge milestone that have been achieved. So, but all of these couldn't have been possible without the, like say, mentorship, without the support of my mentor in person of Madam Fasia B. Harris, who has been very supportive. And I think it is also going to, my being here today or by reaching this far is going to serve as a motivation to other young people to get involved. And it's also going to be a blessing to Liberia. It's a blessing to Liberia, in fact, because single-handedly we are initiating these activities, and Liberia is already benefiting from them now. It's a buttress to national government effort as well.
Great. Okay, so you can call us on 080514096, 080514096, or 770581886, and be live on the program. You're listening to the Super Morning Show on ELBC Radio. Just to inform you that at 9 o'clock, we will join Prime FM, where Sober George will join a host of talk show host to interview the Montserrat County Senator Sir Joseph. Let's hear from this caller. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Valerie.
Yeah, morning.
And good morning to the coalition studio.
Yep.
Well, my name is Mark Doko, and I call from the office of the Coalition for Democratic Change here in Congo Town. Well, let me appreciate my colleague for the excellent presentation, and I think they spoke very well, and their messaging is coordinating, especially stranded upon civic education and non-violent messages being preached out to the electorates and Liberians, but especially to the guy from Vonjaman and Lofa County, especially so where Vonjaman and Foya has been the hub of violence in this recent time. We hope and pray that he double up his team to preach more message of peace instead of violence, because young people should be seen as a driver of change instead of using them or politicians using them to spare out hate messages and inciting violence amongst each other. Their messaging is good, and we pray that they keep it on as we approach the electoral period. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Call us on 080514096, 080514096, 770581886, and be live on the Super Morning Show this morning. 9 o'clock, we join Prime FM for an interview with Montserrat County Senator Sir Joseph. So we can take this call now. Good morning. Morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Go ahead. Go ahead. What's your name? Okay, call us back on 080-514-096, 080-514-096, and be live on the Super Morning Show this morning. Good morning. 080-514-096. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Hello.
Morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Emmanuel P. I will call it on the city of the Ghana country.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to say thanks to your students for the students, question. What I learned from that one, the question that is
You coming in very low. You want to?
the question from students for the students, because you tell us we should not say our students read for the students. Because library we have library
Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, hello. Go ahead. Yes, sir. Good morning. Go ahead.
I'm joining from Bangabon County. Yes, I want to connect the guests for the Federal counties, especially for being young people. You know, I want to I just say thank you to the organizers. Looking at the young people in the past, they were used as instruments of violence. But then using the very young people to come in the community to educate civil education to us, to the Liberians, is a plus. So I want to tell them thank you that they continue their hard work, their good job, so that they can participate, they can on the civic participation around the county, and especially for local county. What happened there? I think just do more work there so that people can be results. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So we will go across the table and just get your parting comments, starting with you. Again, your name and your parting comments.
Yes, so once again, my name is Johnson Flomo. I'm from Lofa County. So I want to use this time to appreciate Democracy International, RS Liberia, with support from USAID and the entire election and democracy activities for giving this opportunity to young people like a person like me from the marginalized background is actually a plus. It will serve as a motivation to a lot of colleagues out there to engage in civic activity. I want to say thank you for the opportunity and also to the management of ELBC.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I want to give this message to the young people out there. This Facebook or this social media is not just to go and post photo or to see photo. There are a lot of opportunity on the social media. So let us make use of the opportunity that we see on the social media as we make use of the Liberia Emerging Political Leadership Step Down training that led us today to be at this level. And I would like to tell my mentor, thank you. She has been a very strong backup for me. She is Mrs. Laura Kofa, who I was paired with during my mentorship program. And I would like to also tell Mr. Koti Bobo, thank you. He is my face-to-face mentor in Bon County. And not forgetting about RX for implementing this project, and also to EDA and a big one to user for sponsoring this project. Thank you. And also to the management of ELBC.
Thank you.
I want to take this time to appreciate my mentor, Mr. Samuel Fire Johnson, for his time and his effort put into this. And another big one goes to the family of RX and the entire EDA project with funding from the US aid. And another big one again goes to the ELBC radio station for hosting us this morning.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Again, my name is Samuel C. Boti from Meriden County, Liberia. I would like to encourage all of our young people out there. Liberia is all we have, and we as young people, we are the future of this nation, and we need to empower ourselves so that we can be the next generational leaders. Let us avoid ourselves from every form of electoral violence in these electoral processes. You can engage candidate and you can engage your friends, but let it be done in a very civil manner so that we can avoid the threatening of our peace and democracy in Liberia. And I want to thank so much Alex International and Democracy International were funding from UC Liberia for hosting this mentorship program where they set a stage where every young people can come and share that experience.
Thank you very much.
Okay, just want to say thank you to Alex, thank you to the Democracy International, the EDA project, with funding from UC for the Liberia Emerging Political Leaders Training and that of the Terry Hall Mirror Mentorship Program. And to those participants or mentees that are currently into the Terry Hall Mirror Mentorship Program, I want to use this time to tell them to take the mentorship very seriously, because there are a lot of good things. It helps to bring you to a real stage, and you have to see, and you start to see yourself to make positive impact. So just want to say thank you to ELBC for having us this morning.
Thank you very much. Well, this is how we end this edition of the Super Morning Show from ELBC. We will be joining Pram FM for a relay of an interview with Senator Sir Joseph right here on the Super Morning Show.